Hi and hello dear friends, welcome back once again to our channel Vagai Academy of Mathematics, and this playlist is where you can find video lessons for CAT, MAT and other management exams. This session we have a very interesting question from the concept of time and work. We are going to solve this question only. Yes, let us directly get into the question. A drain pipe can drain a tank in 12 hours and a fill pipe can fill the same tank in 6 hours. So there is a tank and the tank is attached with two pipes. Okay, fine. Yes, let's note them one by one. So there is a drain pipe. Okay, so there's a drain pipe. Let's take the information here. So the drain pipe, it can drain the whole water. Okay, the water that is in the tank. In how much hours? It is going to take 12 hours. Okay, so drain pipe is taking 12 hours and fill pipe. There's a fill pipe also. The fill pipe can fill the same tank in 6 hours. Okay, so fill pipe, it can fill the same tank in 6 hours. So that means there's a tank there. Okay, fine. So the tank is going to be what is going to be filled by these two pipes. So this drain pipe is taking 12 hours and fill pipe is going to take 6 hours. So we'll take the tank's capacity to be, so how much units we'll take? We'll go for the unitary method itself. Okay, usually whenever we got the time taken, we'll go for the units only. So here also let's go for units. Fine. Okay, all right. So we have 12 hours and 6 hours. So what we can do is we can go for the LCM of 12 and 6. Okay, so that means we can go for 12 itself, right? Because 12 is going to be the LCM of 12 and 6. So we'll take 12 units. This is going to be the capacity of the tank, or the units that should be filled. That is going to be 12 units. Okay, we'll have it to be like this. And now we can go find the efficiencies of one drain pipe and one fill pipe. That is also possible, right? So that is, this drain pipe is taking 12 hours to fill this 12 units. In that sense, the efficiency of drain pipe is going to be what? 12 divided by 12. 1 unit per hour. This is going to be the, this is going to be the draining efficiency of this drain pipe. But in this case, since this is going to drain the water outside, how we have to take its efficiency? It's like a negative work, right? It's going to remove the water outside, right? So in that case, we have to take it as minus 1 unit per hour. And coming to the fill pipe, okay, fill pipe is like, it's doing a positive work. Okay, so fill pipe, this is taking 6 hours to fill the same 12 units. In this case, what will be the efficiency of this fill pipe? This will be 12 by 6, that means 2 units per hour. And here it is positive only, since this is filling the water inside, we are taking it as 2 units per hour, positive sign. And this is a draining pipe. The task is going to be remove the water outside. Okay, it is going to empty the water out. So that means here we take the efficiency as minus 1 unit per hour. So from the first part of this question itself, we are able to get the efficiencies of this drain pipe and fill pipe. Okay, fine. All right. Yeah, yes. Anyways, we'll continue the question. We have a lot more information to be seen here. So we'll continue the question. A total of n pipes. Okay, yes, that means here is where we should be concentrating more. Okay, a total of n pipes. So there are totally n pipes are there, which include a few fill pipes and remaining drain pipes. That is, there are totally n pipes are there. Some of them are fill pipes and some of them are drain pipes. Okay, some of them are fill pipes and the other remaining are all drain pipes. That's what they come to say here. But we don't know what is the value of n, totally how many pipes are there, that we have no idea. So well, anyways, we'll continue. Okay, can fill the entire tank in 2 hours. That is, when all those n pipes are opened, what happens? The filling pipes, they will start to fill water inside the tank, but the draining pipes will start to just empty out the water. Okay, they will just drain the water outside. But all together, if all the n pipes are opened, what is it they are coming to say is, they all can fill the entire tank in 2 hours. Remember, they are filling it. Okay, so they are filling the tank in 2 hours. Okay, this is what they come to say. In that sense, how many of the following values could n take? That is, the number, the value n can take which of these, how many of these following values. This is what they are coming to say. Okay, they are not asking which particular values their n can take. They are asking how many of these values n can take. This is going to be this question. Okay, yes, yeah, fine. Okay, so of course, if you see this question, this is a very nice question, very interesting question that is based on the concept of time and work, and at the same time there is something hidden about the properties of numbers also. Why? Because here we are asked to find what values a n can take. So in that sense, there is something there behind the value of n also. Okay, so if you try to understand, or if you try to solve the problem, we can get some nature, some property that is based on the value of n. Maybe that will help us to get the answer for this question. Okay, so that means our task is to find how many of these values your n can take. This is going to be the question. Okay, all right, and now we will see some good approach how we can solve this problem. Already we started. So we are here up to this efficiencies of fill pipe and drain pipe. Now let us continue doing the problem, and let's try to execute the problem in a very nice way, and also theoretically we'll use numbers itself, since we are here we are about to test or understand the properties of numbers. We'll try to use numbers itself, and maybe that will help us to get the answer to this question. Okay, all right, yes. And yeah, continuing the question, what is it they are giving here? They are giving like there are totally n pipes. Okay, n pipes are there, and some of them are filling pipes and some of them are, and the remaining are emptying pipes. I mean drain pipes. This is what they come to say. Okay, fine, yes. So in this case, let me do something. Okay, so totally there are how many pipes are there? Totally there are n pipes are there. So in this case, let us take the fill pipes to be, there are x pipes. There are x filling pipes. Out of these n pipes, x of them are filling pipes, we'll consider this way, and the remaining will be drain pipes. So what will be the remaining? Obviously, how much will be the remaining? Out of n, if x of them are filling pipes, then remaining will be nothing but n minus this x. So n minus x of them are going to be draining pipes. Okay, so this is going to be the idea. So that means when x filling pipes and simultaneously n minus x of draining pipes are opened, when all these n pipes are opened, how long it is taking for the tank to fill? It is taking how much time? It is taking, can fill the entire tank in 2 hours. It's taking 2 hours to fill the tank. So that means, what is the overall, or what is the combined efficiency of all these n pipes? If you ask what is the combined efficiency, see, the entire tank is, according to our consideration, it's going to be to 12 units, and if it is taking 2 hours, what will be the combined efficiency? What will the combined efficiency? Combined efficiency will be nothing but 12 by 2. Okay, so 12 by 2, that means it's going to be 6 units per hour. Okay, this is going to be 6 units per hour. Now we got it in terms of number, that is okay, but the same combined efficiency, this 6 unit per hour, we can still represent using these terms. I mean in terms of x and n minus x. Also we'll be able to turn it. How we can do that? Let us see that now. It's going to be very easy. See, the 6 represents the efficiency, I mean the combined efficiency, is it or not? That is, in 1 hour, this, all these n pipes can together fill the tank. How much? They can fill like 6 units in 1 hour. This is what this is coming to say. In that case, let's try to calculate the number of units filled by these n pipes in that same 1 hour. Shall we try doing that? Yes, it's going to be very easy, right? We know how many filling pipes are there. There are x filling pipes are there. So x times of, now we know each of these filling pipe can fill how many units in 1 hour? You know, each of them can fill 2 units in 1 hour. So x into 2 efficiency, I'm just calculating the efficiency, then plus, what about the other? The others are draining pipes. How many of them are there? N minus x of, and what about the efficiency of a draining pipe? That's going to be minus 1 unit per hour. So n minus x times of minus 1, this is what will be equal to this 6. I hope you are able to carry the logic, understand the logic, is it or not? See, in 1 hour, I know one filling pipe can fill 2 units, right? Yes, that's the meaning of this 2 units per hour, right? So it means in 1 hour, one filling pipe can fill 2 units. That means there are x filling pipes are here. So 2 into x, and in 1 hour, one draining pipe can empty 1 unit per hour. So that is the efficiency. In terms of efficiency, if you want to write it, we'll write as minus 1 unit per hour. So minus 1 times of how many draining pipes are there? N minus x are there, and this is what is equal to 12 by 2, which is going to be 6. Okay, now shall we just try to simplify this equation? Yes, yeah, we'll try doing that. So 2x plus, okay, because this will be 2x, and here if you try to simplify, you will get n minus x into minus 1. So this will give you 2x minus x into minus 1 will become a plus x, and n into minus 1 will become minus n. This is what is equal to 6. Yeah, fine. Yeah, okay. What next I can do is I can just add these two terms, right? I will get 3x minus n is equal to 6. This is what I would get. Yes, fine, done. And what next I can do is I will now try to get the value of n, okay, n in terms of x, okay. So n will be nothing but what? N will be nothing but 6, okay. I mean like I can bring this n here and this 6 here, so I will get n is equal to 3x minus 6. So this is what overall I will be getting the value of n in terms of x. This is going to be this expression, okay, fine, all right. So remember one thing, what you have to remember is this n stands for the total number of pipes and this x stands for the number of filling pipes, okay. That is what our assumption, right? N is the total pipes and x is going to be the number of filling pipes, and of course the remaining are going to be draining pipes, okay. So now we are representing the total number of pipes in terms of number of filling pipes, that's it, okay. And here the thing is very important thing, we should have that clarity. What is the thing is, both these n and x are going to be integers only, is it or not? They both must be integers, and that too in this practical situation they should be positive integers, right? Okay, so that means we are not allowed to take any decimals or fractions for this n and x, okay. Yes, is that point clear? I hope it is clear to you, right? Okay, so in this case our n value must be and x value, n and x, both of them must be definitely integers only. And now let us try to understand the nature of the value of n, okay. See here, n, some integer is equal to 3 times of another integer minus 6. So in this range, what can we try to tell about n? What we can try to tell about n? N must be what kind of value, that we will examine here, okay, all right. See here, right hand side, 3x minus 6, this is what we have. And see here, this x can be any integer, right? Okay, x can be any integer. We don't have any restrictions so far, but it is an integer, that is what we have, positive integer to be precise. So 3x minus 6, this is what we have for the expression of n. And in this case, if n is equal to this expression, let's try to see what kind of expression we'll get here, okay. So 3 into an integer minus 6. So sure, how will be our value of n? 3 into an integer will definitely become a multiple of 3, and a multiple of 3 minus 6, again that 6 is again a multiple of 3 only. So finally my output will be definitely in what way? I will definitely get an output which will be again a multiple of 3 only. So n is definitely a multiple of 3, okay. We cannot tell exactly what multiple of 3 it is, but definitely it will be some multiple of 3 only. That part we can surely, that part we can assure, okay, all right. So now we got to get the nature of n, the property of n. N should be an multiple of 3. So now we'll go for the choices, okay. I mean like what are all the following values we have, we'll go for these possible values, and out of which we'll try to pick what values here n can take, okay. It's very easy for us to test. Only the multiples of 3 here are allowed for n, right? Okay, in that case we can have 24, that's going to be a multiple of 3. And what else we have? We can't take 16, that's not possible. 33 is possible, right? Okay, 33 is possible. And next 9 is possible, because 9 is also a multiple of 3, but other numbers are not possible. So in that case, n can take how many of these values? 24, 33 and 9. So there are 3 values n can take. So out of these following values, these listed values, n can take only 3 of these values. So in that case, option A, 3 is going to be the answer for this question, okay. Yes, I hope it is clear to you, but one critical part alone we should be very clear, okay. So since if we have numbers, if we try to travel with numbers, I thought like it would be very easy for you to get the nature and everything, okay. That's the reason I just travel with numbers, okay. Even without numbers we can still work this problem, but working this problem with numbers will give some extra clarity, that's the reason, okay, all right. Yes, by logic itself we can try to move this problem, that is also possible, but still the numbers would be a neat work, or in other words, like numbers will give you more, you can feel the reality, that's the thing, okay, fine. Yes, so we use the units, we try to get the efficiencies, and we matched it, got a relation between n and x, that's it, very simple, okay. That's going to be the overall structure of this problem, and that helped us to get the nature of n, and from there we try to pick the possible values of n, and that is leaving us to get the answer. So answer to this question is going to be option A, 3 is going to be the answer. Yeah, fine. Yes, yeah, fine. Again, I hope the way we solve the problem is going to be clear to you, and even if you have any doubts, you are most welcome to comment it in the comment box, and when I see it, I will see to rectify it. Okay, again we'll catch up in the next session with some other interesting question. See you soon there. Thank you so much.